Hey guys, Wild Willie here. Just a couple things I want to go over. I haven't put a video out in a while. I've been extremely busy. In regards to prepping, I just want to talk a little bit about food stuff. Recently I came under some little bit of financial difficulty. The roof went on me, the air conditioner went on me, and I was tight. I was tight for about 2 weeks. So I had no choice. I'm a prepper, but I had no choice. I planned for disasters and man-made and natural and so on, and in the case that I can't get to a store and buy fresh goods for a long period of time. So I had to dig into my supplies. I had to get into the food I had stored, some of it. I had to get into the financial stuff, money I had stored. Even the pleasure supplies like tobacco and alcohol and whatnot, I had to get into that too. It was 2 weeks without really having to buy anything. Couldn't afford anything for 2 weeks. So I had a wife and a small child, and for 2 weeks I had to live off what was stored here in the basement. And I did put a little bit of a dent into it. Unfortunately, now that things are settled, I can get back up and stocked up. But I was grossly underestimated the amount of food we would go through in 2 weeks from my storage. I'll show you this rack here. This rack I had was full, top to bottom, of canned goods and different stored stuff. And as you can see, there's not a lot here left on this rack. I mean, I do have other supplies, but I took out one full rack. I figured, there was 4 weeks of food on this rack, but with 3 people, forget about it. So that gives me something to look at. Another thing I was lucky enough to do is in some of my other videos where you see where I've done my camps, winter camps, I've started guerrilla gardening. And I've been planting an alteration. I've been planting radishes and onions. This is my third crop of onion or radishes in 2 weeks from guerrilla gardening. I don't take care of this garden. It's out in the middle of nowhere. I just planted the seeds and let them go. And this is my third harvest, and I should have another one in another week. And I planted more seeds. They 30 days and they're ready to pick. So you're alternating, once every couple days I planted fresh seeds of crops, or a week or whatever. And so I constantly have a supply of radishes. So this is just something to think about, guys. The storage of the food. I never thought I'd go through that much, but apparently I did. I mean, I got lots more, but the amount I went through so quick, and this wasn't even eating in total comfort. This was, kind of out of canned stuff and everything else. This is really making me rethink on how I'm going to feed my family over long term. Yeah, I got a garden out back. Yeah, I got guerrilla gardens around the area, but this is something that, I got pretty sick of eating this stuff I was eating long term. Short term, I mean. So I'm going to have to really get into more canning and jarring of foods and fresh foods and stuff like that come harvest season for a lot of the tomatoes and peaches and fruits and everything like that. Because I really got sick of eating the stuff we did, even though we had canned vegetables and everything else and instant potatoes and all that stuff. But it got pretty boring, pretty monotonous, and you didn't really feel like eating it after a week, never mind 2. So just something to think about, guys. When you are doing food storage, I guess it's like firewood. The rule of thumb: when you think you got enough, get 5 times more. So, anyways, just kind of food for thought, kind of. So, anyways, I got to get trucking, but keep your head up in the bush. You never know what you're going to see, and I'll talk to you soon.